You're plugged into Schaumburg Speaks, a podcast highlighting and celebrating local businesses and community in the Schaumburg area.
Welcome to Schaumburg Speaks, where we spotlight the people, businesses, and ideas that make our community thrive. I'm Andrea Bewer, president of the Schaumburg Business Association, and today we're talking about something every business and nonprofit struggles with: how to create events that people actually want to attend and remember. Because let's be honest, there are a lot of events out there, but the ones that stand out, they create energy, connection, and experience. And today I've got someone who knows exactly how to do that. Joining me is Girard Hendelman. Did I pronounce your last name correct, Girard?
Perfect.
So Girard is co-president of casino parties with the GSH Group. Girard and his team specialize in creating high-energy, engaging casino-style events for corporate gatherings, fundraisers, and private parties. I've had the opportunity of working with you for over a decade, and I could tell you Girard and his team do a wonderful job. So welcome to Schaumburg Speaks, all the way from Las Vegas.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you flew in for this, but I know your business is located here, so in the area. So how is it going? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You mentioned it already. We have a great team of people here in Bensonville, where we're located, that are running day-to-day operations for all the parties that we do. And like you mentioned, I'm out in sunny Las Vegas right now, but I still have a big...
Right now you're here, but yes.
But I'm working, I should say, from sunny Las Vegas, and I still got a big impact on the company. I do a lot of the sales and the marketing, and my wife also is on the sales team. So we have a small group, but it's a
big operation.
Yes. We do about... Last year, we did about 400 casino parties.
400 parties. That's a lot. And I know you've helped us with our Savour wine tasting event, which was this past February. And again, I've had the pleasure of working with you for a long time, and I know it's first class when you guys do it. So I can't wait to hear more about it. Girard, I mean, I've known you for such a long time, but I can't even believe it. I don't even know how you got started in this industry. How did this happen?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a long story, but when I graduated college, the poker boom was happening, and Chris Moneymaker just won the World Series, and everyone was getting into poker. So I got that college degree, and I didn't use it all. I actually became a professional gambler. So
you did?
Yes, I did. And the question everyone asked me is like, did you ever make any money doing that? And I did, and I paid my taxes and all that good stuff. So I was out there playing poker in casinos, and I got really big online as well. So I was doing that. But that life, although sounds pretty fun, and it is a lot of fun, your schedule kind of gets a little mixed up. So I had a friend ask me to come deal one of these corporate casino nights. And I asked him to explain it to me a little bit, and he said, it's like a holiday party, and they gamble for fun, and you deal poker, and that's about it. And I said, well, that sounds pretty dumb. You don't gamble.
I knew you would say that, because if you're not making money, how is it fun?
But I was totally surprised. I went to this party, and people had a great time. Unlike the real casino, if they lost a hand, they just laughed about it. And at the end of the night, we gave them raffle tickets, and then the companies provided prizes, and everyone just had a great time. And I said, wow, this is pretty cool. And that's kind of how I got started in the business with some of the different companies around here. And I started working these different parties, and then loading the trucks, and learning kind of all about the business.
And then I'm sure, obviously, you hire dealers and you do different things. So you probably, being a professional gambler earlier, you probably learned even more seeing this day to day, even though it's not in a casino.
Yeah.
It just sounds cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, being in a real casino all the time, you learn all these different things and what people are doing. And, in real casinos, people like to play the slot machines a little more. But a cool thing about what we do is we do have slot machines and stuff, but we have blackjack tables and poker and roulette and craps. And the cool thing that we get to do is teach people how to play these games. And we hear a lot from a lot of our clients that they've seen this in the casino, but they were too scared. They didn't want to risk their own money. So we are able to provide that experience for them. And it's just fun. It's
a different way to do an event, and obviously a different way to fundraise. So what makes an event like this actually work?
So you kind of mentioned it before, that we have 3 types of events. So if I could just go through each one kind of quick. So corporate holiday parties is our busiest time of year. And we hear from a lot of corporations, they have dinners and awards or something like that, maybe a DJ, but they can't get people to kind of come. So our events are like destination events. And we have companies that use us year after year because everyone's involved in the event, right? You get to play your games, you can have your food, your drinks, but you're always involved. And these companies will always get prizes. So even if you lose most of your chips, you'll still probably end up with a raffle ticket because our dealers are pretty nice and try to keep everyone involved. And then you can win super cool stuff, have bragging rights throughout the year at work. And, we have companies that use us year after year because they just have so much fun.
So what you were saying, fundraising, obviously we're a chamber of commerce. We're always looking for different ways to fundraise where it could be unique experiences for our sponsors as well. How could it be a fundraiser?
Sure. So fundraising in Illinois, you have a couple different options how you do it, but not to get too long-winded is the first way you can do it is by getting a license through the state of Illinois and then getting volunteers to be your dealers, and then you can sell chips for money. So we're not actually allowed to be a part of that event, but what we can do is help train dealers if you need them. Another way that a lot of our clients use us as a fundraiser is we become the source of entertainment. Kind of think of us like a band or a DJ. So they sell tickets, and then they come out and they get to play in the casino and then bid on silent auctions and live auctions and pedal and all kinds of different stuff. And we facilitate the entertainment portion of it. Another thing that we do with the fundraisers is we also offer extras like where you can have your sponsors customize felts, customized chips. So there's different ways, and we've been doing this so long, we help our clients depending on their situation. But a cool thing that we do with our fundraisers that no one else in the country does, we give away 2 free casino parties to fundraisers every year. So when you book with us, you just automatically get entered into a raffle either for the spring or the fall.
Love that.
Yeah, it's super cool because, like you said before, people are trying to raise money for these great organizations. And we just said, hey, what's the best way we could help out? So we do it differently just to keep it fun. So last time, all the entrants, they got put on a roulette wheel. The ball spun, it landed on one of our clients, and they ended up getting a free fundraiser. And like I said, we do that twice a year.
And I know you and I have brainstormed. As a Chamber of Commerce, we're always looking for different sponsorship opportunities that companies could promote their services and goods. And one idea that I know you've mentioned to me is we could actually sell the tables as sponsors where they could brand the table and have their swag on there and all of that. And rather than it being the roulette table, it could be the Bear Construction table or the Citibank table or whatever. So it's definitely different ways that organizations can make money. So I think it's awesome. What about private events? Can people, if they work with the city and get a gambling a raffle license, could at a private event, could you actually do betting or no?
No. So
okay.
we stay within the law. So at our private events, typically they would be, birthday parties. We do some weddings, family reunions, things like that. So instead, how I mentioned the prizes and the raffles with the corporation, usually for family parties, they want us to figure out who won the most money, right? Or the top 3 people.
We could play with funny money.
So they play with funny money. So again, we always recommend getting some prizes at the end. And, people will ask us, hey, can we do real money? And like we talked about before, I was a professional gambler, so I see how people react to these things. And I just tell them, first of all, we can't do it. And it's not a good thing to do anyways. We're just better off just doing it for fun, figuring out who the winner is, getting some small prizes. Bragging rights is more fun than someone winning.
And being creative and learning.
Yeah.
Hey, and even kids and stuff like that, you could get them involved and they could learn math. They could do different things or learn maybe why gambling professionally might not be great, because they could lose, you win and you lose. Yeah. And it's education, right?
Absolutely. We always say if they can see over the table, we'll deal cards to them.
Okay. So creating energy and engagement, I know, is what you do. How do casino parties create engagement? We know people are going to be engaged with the dealers, but tell us a little bit more on what makes it so unique from your experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually don't have my phone in my hands right now, but a lot of people.
That's a good thing.
That's the point that I'm going to go to. So we have a lot of people that are like, how do we get people engaged and not doing this the entire night? And we're like, we'll do the casino party. Right, so you kind of mentioned it. Our dealers are the rock stars of.
And they are, and they're great personalities.
Yeah,
awesome.
So another thing that we do is we get this a lot. Like, people haven't gambled before, so we train all of our people, even if they work in casinos, not just a deal because they already know how to do that, but also teach and explain and be engaging with our clients. So yeah, we get people off the phone interacting, and it's an easy thing, especially, we do all kinds of different events. So maybe like a networking event. Well, I don't know anyone to talk to. Well, you start playing blackjack, it's easy to strike
meet
up
friends.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
easy to strike up a conversation when you're doing something like that.
When you're doing something, when you have so casino parties work for fundraisers. I know we talked about sponsoring tables. Let us know some other ways that nonprofits and other organizations can raise money. Obviously, we know it's highly interactive. They could probably sell tickets to the event. What other unique things that you've seen?
Yeah, so this is it depends on the organization kind of question. So kind of where we start with all our clients is saying, hey, how much money are you trying to raise, so we can kind of give our best ideas for that situation. So different things that we can do as far as raising money. So if we show up as a source of entertainment, we can't sell any tips or anything, so we got to get people just engaged in being there. So some of the cool things that I've seen that you mentioned before is corporations will sponsor tables. We've also had them sponsor all the chips in the entire casino, and that's kind of fun because, the guests get to go home with like a memento from the casino night. Other things outside of like casino sponsorship, since most of the time we're the source of entertainment, paddle raises, silent auctions, the popular ones, raffles for like liquor wagons is really popular.
Tell me what you've seen in a liquor wagon. That's a new. I mean, we do stuff, but I've never heard liquor wagon.
Oh yeah, that's a super popular one at, I would say, school fundraisers for the parents. So you'd have all kinds of different bottles that people will donate. They'll put it all in one wagon, and then they'll start selling raffle tickets for that. Depends on the fundraiser.
Right, so an actual wagon.
Yes, and
that's great.
And then they wheel it out at the end of the night, and it's
who
pretty
gets
cool.
the wagon? Who's going in? Hopefully they don't drink it all that night.
Well, whoever wins it gets a lot of friends that night.
Yeah, they sure do. So that's cool. So Girard, doing all these parties, I'm sure you have so many parties that were really memorable, that were successful, and I know you have a lot of clients that keep on coming back. Give us a story of something that really stands out to you in your career of doing these casino parties.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been doing a fundraiser in Chicago for the last 12 or 13 years. It's a poker night, licensed fundraiser, and we've helped this organization raise, over the years, millions and millions of dollars. So that's always one that we're...
Where do I sign up? Let's do that here.
Well, we got to get the right people in the room, right?
That's key.
Yeah, that is a key part to it. So that one, as far as fundraisers go, corporate parties, we've had the same client, and this one's pretty cool because they had a big event actually here at the convention center a few years ago, 39 tables. That was our biggest. And now we had that same client. Actually, Mike's going to be flying out to Reno, Nevada in 2 months to do their party out there.
Do you have to ship your tables that you have here? Or not ship, transport? Or do you have other partners in different states?
Yeah, great question. So on this one in Reno, we have other partners in different states that are going to bring in the tables for us and dealers, and we're going to bring out, Mike's going to fly out there, like I said, and we'll have some other managers kind of fly out and help with the casino and our clients. We do stuff obviously in Illinois, but also in Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Iowa. So
you'll travel. If you have clients here, if you're interested and you have an event somewhere else, you'll go there and you'll coordinate it so they don't need to figure out the tables. You do that all.
Correct.
All the logistics.
Yep, we'll take care of all that, and we have partners all over the country. So we do business. This one in Nevada, we've done stuff in South Carolina, Florida. So we do stuff all over.
Okay, so the community. I know having the fortunate opportunity of working with you again. I keep on saying that decade. It's over now. how has being part of an association or nonprofits like ours helped GSH Casino? And I know you also do clothing too and shirts and all that. How has it helped you spread the word and make your business grow?
So we just like to be a part of the community and help out where we can. We're a small operation of, we're not family, but we're like a family type group, right? So we want to be involved in these different things where we can help out and provide our services and, like I said, to help the community.
And you've been amazing. And one of the things that we like to say here at Schaumburg Business is when you give, you get. And again, through our relationship, our friendship, I've seen you do this, and you all are, again, tremendous community partners, and you're always giving, and hopefully in return, when that happens, that you get. So any other stories or any other tips and tricks you want to give us? If I'm a meeting planner and I'm looking to book a party, what would make it easier for them to be able to express what they're looking for when they call, maybe being interested in hosting a party?
Yeah, sure. So we've been doing this a long time. So basically we just need a few things. When you're looking to do it, approximately where you're looking to do it, and how many people. And then with that information, someone on our event specialist, one of our event specialists, can help them out and set up the right amount of tables, coordinate all the logistics that you need. So we're really turnkey with everything.
And you're consulted. So if they say, hey, we're looking to fundraise, or our company is looking to do this, I know you're amazing with the suggestions, and your entire team is like that. All right, everybody is chomping at the bit how to contact you. So give us your information. How could they contact you and book a party? And how long in advance do they need to do this? Because you guys are busy.
I love that you asked that question, how long in advance? So our busiest time of year is December, and we have people that book as soon as they finish their party in the previous December, they book for next year. So if you want a December party, I would say you could go
call now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now. And for parties in general, I would say 2 to 3 months. We only take stuff up to 2 weeks outside of your party, just so.
Because of logistics.
Yeah. We want to make sure that we can deliver our first class service. And we've just experienced over the years, sometimes when they come in at the end, that just things don't kind of set up right. So we want to make it a good party. Even, I guess we're kind of sometimes saving people from themselves, trying to get something together last minute. And we've kind of persuaded people sometimes to maybe push this a couple weeks if it's a family party and they're able to do that, So we try to help as much as we can.
Yeah, you guys are great. Okay, before we, I know our listeners are chomping at the bit to find out what's your phone number, what's your website, but I'm going to make them wait for a couple more minutes. Being a professional gambler, give us a tip. I'm sure for those, once they learn and do a casino party, and what if they want to take it on the road? What would you say? There's got to be something.
Oh, sure.
Give us a nugget.
We used to say all the time in poker, gambling is the hardest way to make an easy living. It's possible. Most people who do it can't do it, but the tip is that you need to find a small edge in the casino, which there is.
What's a small edge in a casino?
All right, I knew that question
yeah,
was coming.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so here, the best bet that you can make in a casino is on the craps table, and they don't advertise it. It's called the odds bet behind the pass line because the casino has no advantage on it. They offer it so that people will come up and play, and then there's a lot of other bets on the craps table that have great odds for the casino. So there's one tip for you.
So the odds, say that again. The odds on
the craps table.
Yep.
So when you start the craps table.
So not the black and red, the odds.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the craps table, you start with a pass line bet.
Okay.
Once a number is established, that would be number 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10. Then you can put a bet behind that pass line bet, and that bet has no edge to the casino.
Okay. Did you hear that? You heard that on Schaumburg Speaks from our professional, amazing party planner, Girard. All right. So how could everybody contact you if they're looking to book?
Yeah, so probably the easiest way for most people, gshcasinoparties.com. We have tons of information on there. I know we discussed fundraisers today, corporate parties, private events. It's all on there. People want to research it themselves, they can email us. All our contact info is on there. If you don't want to go through anything, then you just want to have that conversation, you just call us up, 847-391-8556. We have people all the time, ready to help you and give you all this information, options for your party.
Or you could go to schaumburgbusiness.com and they could find you there on our directory on our website as well. So thank you so much, Girard. Any parting word, last advice, party tip before we leave?
Yep. So we give out shirts to our clients at every party, and on the back it says this: at least it wasn't real money, because most of the time you're going to lose.
I love that. That's great, but you're going to win if they have a party with you, so for sure.
100% if you have a party with us, we will have prizes, and there will be winners, and we guarantee a good time.
Yeah, lots of fun. Thanks, Girard.
Thank you.